What's up, guys? This is Rise, and you know, in life sometimes you think about examples of best friends. You've got SpongeBob and Patrick, for example. You've got peanut butter and jelly. You've got the man and the dog. But maybe we add to that list Mandibuzz and Magnezone, a duo that seems to cover each other quite well. You've got the bulk of the Mandibuzz, you've got the glassiness, the high attack of Magnezone. Mandibuzz weak to ice, Magnezone great against ice, Magnezone weak against ground, Mandibuzz heavily resisting ground. They seem to cover each other quite well. And Mikey Morgs, what's with all this M alliteration? Mandibuzz, Magnezone, Mikey Morgs, I don't know what's going on here, Mikey. But a terrific battler from Australia has sent us in this team that he said he had a ton of success with and is going to try and reach expert. And this team, he started all the way around like the 2300 or something and has climbed all the way to the 2600 you see with this squad. So we're going to see how it works out for him. And as we approach the end of this remix cycle, I think we have all three leagues going live today. Ultra and Master. So feel free to send me your submissions for Ultra League and Master League as we switch up the content with the league switch. But right now we see Gligar against a Crocalor. Going to throw after one wing attack. Very smart because you might not live that Incinerate that comes through. Actually did live the Incinerate, so but that's fine. Got the shield anyway, so it's basically the same result. Got to come in with Mandibuzz to absorb this energy. Crocalor is going to fire off the Disarming Voice, super effective damage. And is going to get off another one here. So this Crocalor is putting in a lot of work, but this is where Magnezone can potentially thrive, right? You save the shields for zone. Oh my gosh, dude, what the heck? so much energy on that Crocalor. Holy cow. Gonna expend a Dark Pulse here. Honestly, may want to expend both Dark Pulses here to make this easier for zone. No, gonna actually save one for later. Comes in with zone. I think you have to take the first move here, right? You have to take the first. No, gonna shield. This becomes a little bit awkward though, right? Because now you are shieldless. Gonna bait the Mirror Shot. This is risky if they call it. Because I think a Ferrothorn, yeah, would actually live a Wild Charge, maybe just barely anyway. So they don't technically have to shield there. Power Whip gonna connect, gonna put zone really low, but there's a Jelly in back. You've already got the double Wild Charge. This is looking really good. Already got the double Wild Charge. Knocks it out. Gonna go for a Wild Charge here. Do they try to call the bait? Because they know Mandy has a move. No, but you combo. Set it to Wombo. And a bit of an awkward endgame there. But Mandibuzz able to close things out. G to the G. Mikey Morgs, by the way, a terrific battler. Qualified for Worlds in Japan, where I met him last season. Really cool guy. Next opponent, here we go. Gligar into... What's with all the Crocalor? What's going on here? What's going on? This better not be the same battle. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think we're good. Just another... Happens to be another Crocalor lead. Dig. Oh! Definitely not the same battle. Dig goes through. Going to hard swap Mandibuzz. And they're going to counter swap Ferro. It's the same team. It's the same team. What the heck? Who made the video on this team? Crocalor, Jelly, Ferrothorn? What the heck? But this looks really good. You still have your fully healthy zone. I guess that energy on Jelly could be somewhat of a concern, but let's see what move this is running. Flash Can, not even Thunder, so you're not even going to be able to two-shot the Mandibuzz. So this Mandibuzz is going to be a real pain for the opponent to deal with. Dark Pulse comes through. Ferrothorn should get to another Flash Cannon here, but it's not going to be enough to knock out, so not even going to bother shielding. Ferrothorn's in like Aerial Ace range at this point. Going to store the energy. I like this play. Come in Gligar. This way you force Jellicent now to expend energy onto Gligar. And then you keep that Dark Pulse energy for the Jellicent. Yeah, just going to let Gligar go. Beautiful. Oh, they undercharge. Nice. If you're Jelly, you kind of have to let this go because you have to save the shields for the Dark Pulse. Going to come in with Zone. Going to put up the shields here. And honestly, the Volt Switch damage might be enough to close out this game by itself. I don't know if Jelly's even going to reach 3 moves here. Yeah. Zone just Volt Switches down. G to the G, as we like to say. Get in the zone. Magnezone. it's on to the next one. That's a heck of an outfit, by the way, Mikey Morgs. That's some drip. There's a whole lot going on there. Gligar into... Okay, this is ridiculous. Is this some sort of prank? Is this like... Am I being punked right now? Is this like a Crocolore lead video? What is going on? What? Mikey, what is this? What am I watching? What on earth? Mikey, what the heck is this? I don't think this is even the same battle either. I think this is a different battle. Yeah, it's a mirror shot. Mikey, what? The same obscure team 3 games in a row? Just did not mention it when you send me these battles? I played Crocolore Jelly Ferrothorn 3 times in a row in the first 3 battles. What the heck, dude? Holy guacamole. Gets grubbing as a reward. There's the expert. Let's go, baby. Expert screenshot. And I think we're a little bit out of order here, but that's okay. In these sets. Next battle. Gligar into Mantine. Okay, we finally have a new team. Surprisingly, this matchup is not that bad for Gligar. And we see a catch. If this is Water Pulse, that'll be amazing. Just Aerial Ace. That's fine. And one thing that I'm sure some of you in the oh, yikes, dude. So this looks like it's going to be a tough game to win because Carving is just such a hard punish for Mandibuzz. Completely walls it. Something you in the comments might already be thinking is, Rise, what the heck does he do against like an Ice lead or an Alola Ninetales Powder Snow lead? I don't know. He probably loses. But sometimes you will find success with a team that might be really weak to something in particular. We've mentioned that before on the channel. I like this combo play here. Dance around, keep the Mandibuzz around. Lands Dig and gets Carbink really low. And Carbink's going to expend energy here, which you don't mind. Moonblast connects. That does a lot. In comes Mantine. Oh, but now Mantine's locked. And Mr. Magnezone's going to get a huge farm down. Magnezone can probably farm down all the way shield once. Because you probably have to respect the Water Pulse. Oh, did they even build up to it? Maybe they did. Yeah, okay. Okay. They got to have some sort of zone answer, right? Mantine Carbink? Or is it like Gligar? Oh, God. This is just perfectly hard countered. Well, Mantine's not necessarily a hard counter to Gligar, as we talked about, but... Yeah, you definitely want a Mirror Shot Claude here. With Wild Charge being double resisted, Mirror Shot would definitely be more efficient. I think Mikey's just kind of conceding, though, at this point. Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, like, I've recently climbed a bunch with a team that was super ABA weak to fire, for example. So if I saw, like, a Typhlosion lead, it was almost impossible to come back. And I had a guy DM me, like, twice when he beat me with his Typhlosion lead that just, like, hard countered me. Like, oh my gosh, I played that so well. Did you like how I went for the Blast Burn when the shields were still up because I knew you'd call it? And I'm like, congrats, man. Thanks for the DM after your team, like, triple card counters mine. But yeah. So, like, that team I climbed a lot with, even though it was, like, really weak to a Typhlosion lead. If I saw Typhlosion lead, I was pretty much screwed. But sometimes you take that risk, and it's like, I'm willing to give up games where I lead into Typhlosion in exchange for winning a lot of the other teams that I'm seeing. And here we see Gligar versus Gligar. Opposing Gligar going to get off this Air Lace first. Going to expend the shield. Wants to fight for switch advantage here. Wants to get that alignment. Going to see the... Oh, the Aerial Ace catch onto Magnezone and saves a ton of energy on his Gligar, which could come into play later on. And in comes Ferrothorn, so not the hardest answer to zone. You can take a whip here, but last time we saw Mikey shield it. Yeah, he likes to shield the whip, I guess. Gonna throw out the double wild charge. Oh, man. Double charge here. Now whip will definitely knock out after these debuffs. But honestly, if you take the whip, I guess after the debuffs, you just get farmed down anyway. So it's pretty much the same thing. Power Whip knocks out Magnezone. Going to use the energy on the Gligar here. Aerial Ace coming through. Has back-to-back Aerial Ace. Oh, I like this play. Saves it. Opponent tried to make the catch. This is really nice because you have an Aerial Ace in the endgame if it can come into use. And it's Jelly once again. We've seen this Ferrothorn Jelly Core so much, and Jelly just does not like this matchup one bit. Even up a shield, I would presume Mandibuzz can win this matchup on its own. You do have to keep in mind the opponent has that Ferrothorn still lurking as a catch opportunity, so that could be their only potential win con. But even if they do that, I think they're still going to lose because there's an Aerial Ace banked on the Gligar, and I think the Snarls alone from Mandibuzz will get it into Aerial Ace range. So if you're Mikey, I don't think you even care. Oh, I guess this works, yeah. Just use it here, then you just snarl everything down. Smart, makes sense. Has an Aerial Ace. Opponent's gonna top left. G to the G. Who we got next? Who's got next on the court? 5-on-5. Oh, speaking of 5-on-5, I need to talk to you guys about something for Worlds. Tough lead here. Staying in, which is interesting. I would think you'd want to swap Mandibuzz, but maybe he doesn't want to get like hard punished by something. Going for the dig. I guess you could try and pull shields down here is another play. Dig. Gets the shield. Gonna bait this time. The problem here is Emp is going to reach another move against Zone before it goes down. But they give up Switch. Gonna Wild Charge and then maybe go into Mandy? Or do you just stay? Gonna go Mandy, since you're not as threatened by the dig. But you'd have to think with an Emp lead, they got to have some sort of Magnezone answer in back. So I am worried it's going to be a secondary ground type in the back. Gligar is going to spam off Aerial Aces here. I like the overfarm here on Mandibuzz to have energy for like Empoleon if it comes back in. Throwing the Aerial Ace right away. I like this. Get rid of Gly. They come back in Emp. Now, do you invest a shield? Oh, maybe you swap here. Yeah. Oh. Then you shield once. You farm down. Gligar still has like 1 HP, so Gligar is just 1 volt switch of farm, basically. They have to have a zone answer, right? Oh my gosh. Dragonite, what? They're so weak to zone. Boom! A true one-shot. We talk about one-shot sometimes. That is a true one-shot. Did not do a single fast attack on the Shadow Dragonite. Wild Charge straight up doing 100%. Worth of damage. Unreal. Unbelievable. Mamba mentality. Shout out to the late great Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant. Here we see another Empoleon lead. And gonna stay in once again. I guess one thing with zone, right, is sometimes if you just are able to get shields down, it can go absolutely crazy and one-shot things. So gets that first shield down. I don't really understand this play, to be honest. Gonna let Gligar go. Magnezone comes in. Gotta respect the Hydro Cannon here. Gonna go for the farm. Opponent's up a shield, though. And they're gonna pivot Gligar. So last time we saw it was Dragonite. Tries to catch a dig. Unsuccessful. Zone stored up a good amount of energy. And now Mandibuzz is going to try and get rid of this Shadow Gligar. It's a Shadow variant this time. So going to take a little bit more damage. Opponent gives them a free Snarl. Mandy's getting awfully low now. Has 100 energy here. Dark Pulse coming through. Going for the Aerial Ace now. I don't know if this will quite knock out. It'll be close. Aerial Ace just barely doesn't knock out. It's playing like almost the exact same as last game. Has so much energy on zone here. Ooh, Venusaur. Interesting. Now, a Frenzy Plant will still deal a ton of damage. So that is a concern. Gonna bait here again. I wonder if you can stall out the switch timer here. Like, no. Even after this next Mirror Shot, it's still not going to be up. But could go for a debuff here, right? If you get this debuff, might live the Frenzy. Gets the debuff. Might live the Frenzy Plant. It's a non-Shadow Venusaur. Lives the Frenzy Plant. Gets off the Mirror Shot. And the wing attacks are double resisted. They're going to do such little damage. Oh, but I think you only need one wing attack. But, oh, catches. Oh, no. One wing attack is going to get zone. Oh, so unlucky. So unlucky. Oh, that's tough. What a close game. All right, next opponent. Glide into DD. I would say favorable for Gligar, right? Because you resist the counter damage, and they pretty much have to debuff themselves with the Psycho Boost to do solid damage. So typically DD will Psycho Boost and dip here, as we know. Psycho Boost, dip out, clear the debuff into double. Double a little bit awkward, right? You don't want to take the super effective double kicks as Magnezone. You also could be threatened by the Wild Charge as Mandibuzz. I don't love throwing immediately here as Mikey Mars. I think you want to do one wing attack there, preferably. You live a Body Slam, I'm pretty sure. I like this no shield here. Oh, I'm wrong. Don't live the Body Slam. Gonna come in with Zone, actually, for the farm. And you definitely shield this. You just respect a payback, even if they don't have it. Yeah, it's a Wild Charger. That's fine. You just respect the payback. It's the same result as if it was a payback. And now you have all this energy on Zone. You expect DD to come in. I like throwing the Wild Charge because it does so much damage. Might as well throw it here while you have it. Go Mandy. Obstagoon. Not the best matchup for... Is that something other than counter? What is that? Am I tripping? Does that look weird to you? It has to be counter, right? Is anyone seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I just making stuff up? Oh, yeah. It has to be counter. It just looks weird. The animation, it has like an extra little... Does counter always have that? Maybe it does. And I'm just... My name is Chris. My first time playing Pokemon Go. But yeah, Obstagoon does have a slightly favorable matchup here. But Mandibuzz, as you see, spamming away. Gonna actually potentially knock out Goon here. Gets the final shield. That Volt Switch that went through, I don't know if that knocked out or not. Let's see. It did knock out. So you simply throw the Wild Charge. And that's a GG. Well played. Basically what I was saying is the animation from the counter, like as it like on the Mandibuzz, the like whole like exploding like sparks. I feel like I haven't seen that. That looked weird to me. Anyway. But yeah, it looks like we had that the first set second, so a little bit out of order. My apologies on that. I mean, Editor Chris's apologies on that. One bonus battle here. Here we go. Gligar into M. Another tough lead, but Mikey has been able to pull these Empoleon leads off in obscure ways. Largely thanks to the fact that it's usually Gligar and then like something that's not great against Zone. So opponent does him a favor, swaps into Goodra, gives up Switch. And now you can throw all this energy at Goodra, which is kind of nice. Goes for the dig. If they shield, maybe you swap Mandy. Oh my gosh, they just straight up let it go. Now if Emp comes in, you just go straight into Zone because they're locked. Oh, Mikey, what are we doing? They're locked. I don't love this play. But maybe he's seen something I don't see. Hydro Cannon. Going for Dark Pulse. I guess theoretically, with the delay in this makes sense. No, Mikey's right. Mikey's right. Because with the delay in the switch timer after the charge moves have been thrown, the charge attacks have been thrown by Gligar, basically what would have happened was you would get off a few Volt Switches, but they could Hydro, you'd shield, and then by that point, they'd be able to switch out before you could get off a move against Emp. So I think this was the right play. Very smart. Going for the Mirror Shot bait. I think a little bit unnecessary. I think double Wild Charge could have safely gone for, but this is fine. Got the shield. And bang, bang, boogie. Knocks out Empoleon. G to the G. Let's go, baby. And a very impressive showcase of this team from Mikey Morgs. Mandibuzz and Magnezone, best friends, best buds. This brings us pretty much to a wrap of the Great League Remix. I think I might have a couple more videos in store for you for like Spicy Saturday and stuff from Remix. But if you guys want to send me some more Ultra and Master League battles as the leagues switch over, feel free to send them my way. I'd very much appreciate it. If you liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And all of that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.